Yo, yo. Welcome in. Another away game for the pre-race poll. But we're back. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We got some technical difficulties here. Well, there we go. All right. Whew, boy, we're another rainy day. Just I mean, can't we have a normal weekend? Can we just I'd like to have normal. Normal would be nice. I wouldn't mind just a standard race weekend on an oval. Anyway, I mean, do we want to talk about Xfinity? Like just I mean, who had Custer? I mean, there were some people I'm sure that had Custer that have to be happy about the results. But oh, I've never seen that. I've never seen NASCAR just throw in the towel. I understand the circumstances. I probably think it's the right decision, I guess. But what I hate is we're gonna sit around all day, and I don't think we're gonna race today. That could be me. Does anybody think we're racing? Does anybody have any updates? I don't have a good setup here, so I don't have multiple screens. Are we racing today? What do we think? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. If I had to guess, I'd say no. I had to guess no if I had to guess today. Kyle, what's going on? All right, well, I guess let's get it. Oh, the poll. Hey, let's having an Oberon today in the Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo area. So let's still do a collective clink. Cheers. Taking a poll. Yeah, I don't think they're racing today. I just don't even think it makes sense. Okay. Engineered 2-7. You're in Chicago and you say no way. I'm going to agree with the guy that's in Chicago. This is one thing that bothers me is like, I don't know, I'm here with my family. I'm going to watch the race, right? Like we're obviously, if you're tuned into this live stream, I feel like you're kind of ahead of the game when it comes to NASCAR and understanding, um, you know, the sport better than others. We are obviously diehards. We're going to watch the race, but I also don't want to sit around all day and not do something and just have them say, oh, well, we were never going to race anyway. That's my problem. So I just wish they would tell us one way or the other, like it doesn't look good or it looks good. They just kind of keep you hanging. The broadcast doesn't tell you anything. That's my issue. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the rundown. Denny Hamlin. Well, I think Denny is going to be damn good. Damn good. He was fast in practice, fast in qualifying, and I think looks to be the best car, the best fast, consistent car. I mean, obviously, Denny can win this race. I think his price is kind of gone at this point. If you got him pre-week, I know some guys had him to win the poll at 20-1. Great bet. Some guys have him at 35 and 35, 40, 45 to 1 to win this race. Those are great calls. Will he win? Yeah, he absolutely can. His car is better today than it was at Sonoma. His car is better today than it was at Sonoma. That being said, I don't like his price already. Like, obviously, if you have the 30 to 1, yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think Denny's gonna be good. Now, when it comes to Tyler Reddick, let's just keep moving down the list here. Sorry, my stepmom's screen is backwards here. So Tyler Reddick. Now, he didn't have a ton of one lap speed. I just think that Reddick was really, really consistent. He unloaded fast, but he never got really much faster. Whereas you look at guys like Denny Hamlin and SVG, they got faster. So, you know, whether he copies Reddick's setup, whether Hamlin copied Reddick's setup or not, it doesn't matter. I think that Reddick just ran really, really consistent laps in practice. He didn't get any better. Whereas you look at guys like Hamlin, Truex, Bell, SVG, and Button, all those guys got better. So, yeah, Maddie, good call on that. I like Hamlin too, but I think Reddick's going to be really good, but his price isn't there. Like he was not that good at Sonoma. This is going to race a little differently than a typical road course. Well, it's going to race way different than a road course. It's a street course. So that's funny. Mark in Mississippi. Yeah, so Tyler Reddick's going to be good. Let's go down the list here. SVG. Well, I'll tell you what, really fast. I certainly think he's going to be good. I think if you if you're looking for consistency, his laps weren't super consistent in practice, but he does have the ability to go out there and run a fast lap. So if he were to ever get clean air, no one would pass SVG. If he gets clean air, he's gone. But, you know, when it comes to these restarts, you better be really aggressive. And I think that's where people that, you know, aren't used to driving in the NASCAR series, that's where they get in trouble. They're not used to these super aggressive restarts. And who knows what happens with the water. And I don't know. His price is gone. If you had him earlier in the week, I think he opened 100. Some people, yeah, Connor, that's SVG 100 to 1. That was a steal of a price. Well done. I think he's going to be really, really good. I think this is a real shot. This Project 91 car has a real shot at winning this race. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep it up front, because no one will pass him. Chris Bell looked really good, you know, but all the Toyotas did. So I think he looks the best he looks the worst of the JGR crew. I think Denny and Truex are both faster than him. So, if I knew there were 100% racing today, I would be loading up on underdogs and matchups. Yeah, that's not a bad, Kevin. I don't think that's a terrible take there. You almost just treat it like, hey, it's going to be, if they're going to race today, it's going to be a disaster. If all the luck equals out, you just take all the plus 120s or plus 130s and you're good to go. Hey, thanks for that. Yeah, I saw this hat, Rye, at Charlotte, and I just saw someone wearing it. I'm like, dude, where'd you get the hat? He's like, that booth right there. And so I grabbed it. So, yeah, I like this. It's a good lid. Let's keep her going on down the list here. Bell's all right. I think he's, again, probably overvalued, but I think he's been overvalued all season. Like, he hasn't had race winning speed. If he wins, it's going to have to be on strategy. I don't think he has a fast enough car, or is at least comfortable enough, you know, on street courses to make a ton of passes and win the race. Just straight up. Suarez was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't great in practice though. So I'm not high on Suarez. He's a tough guy. I never know if he's going to be good or bad. I just never know. So if someone has a good take on Daniel Suarez, then I'm all ears. But at this point, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I don't think the Trackhouse guys, the normal Trackhouse guys are going to be that fast. I think Chastain struggled obviously a lot. McDowell's going to be there. It's a road course. It's a street course. He's going to be really, really good. You know, I don't know if his car doesn't look as fast. I don't know if he's just uncomfortable, but in practice, he did not have good one lap speed. He wasn't super quick, you know, kind of short or long run, but I think he'll manage the race well. I don't think he can race up there in the top 3. I think that the faster cars, I mean, they're significantly faster, but I anticipate, you know, if you found him, you know, kind of top 10, I think McDowell's going to ride around there most of the day. So very standard week for McDowell and Buescher, in my opinion, although Buescher didn't qualify quite as well. Kyle Larson just couldn't put a whole lap together. This whole last couple of weeks for Kyle Larson have been really weak. You know, I know he finished 5th last week, but he was probably a 10th place car and got a good finish. I don't think the speed is where that car was earlier in the season. Couldn't put a full lap together. I know that I was listening to his radio in practice, and Cliff Daniels kept going on the radio and saying like, oh, you know, your laps were better than theirs until turn, 7 or turn 8. It's like, well, if you can't put together a whole lap, then, you know, I like SVG over Suarez. I mean, yeah. I like, based on speed, it's SVG. That's just speed. But I could see him getting shuffled out early and then never working his way back up there. Yeah, Pacross is still telling, or NASCAR is telling Pacross still 5:05. I don't see that. In what world? I don't think it's even healthy to even just have the guys go out there. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like everyone's got tomorrow off anyway. Like, let's just put the race together tomorrow, because who knows? What is NASCAR going to let them run just to halfway or just shy of halfway and say, well, I guess we'll just call it. I don't know. Let's see here. Who we got next? Jenson Button. Really good. I mean, it looked like The four best cars were SVG, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, and then Jenson Button. Larson's 6th fastest when looking at 5 best laps. Yeah, I would say Larson's not even. I don't think he's that fast. Yeah, Connor, I kind of like that Bowman as well. I kind of do. I gotta work tomorrow. You got to work tomorrow, Connor? Oh man, that's brutal. Okay, Larson wasn't that good. You know, we just talked about him. Sorry, who we on now? Jenson Button. I think Jenson Button's going to be really good. I think his price, you know, for an outright, he's going to be around. I think he's going to be around. You know, he's going to run some fast laps. I think he can pass some cars. I don't hate Jenson Button's outright price. Maybe don't take him in matchups, but certainly if he gets out front, no one's passing him. If Jenson gets out front, he ain't getting passed. So I don't think it's a terrible outright price where he's like that kind of that 30 to 1 spot. Joey Logano, I mean, he's been pretty bad, just standard, riding around, getting a decent finish. I have nothing on nor against him. I don't know if I could hear a compelling argument for betting against him. I don't think I could have a compelling argument for betting on him. But I'm not a Logano fan today. I'll just say this: I only made one bet before the race. I mean, I got a little Hamlin, but that's it. Not much. And I just think that maybe that's all I'm gonna have. Just because, who knows? I mean, I like the way the Xfinity race started yesterday, so I do think there'll be some passing. Faster cars were able to get by, but I don't know. Yeah, Button plus 470 top 10. That looks really good. Yeah, I mean, maybe that Garage 54 is really helping out Button. Let's see here. Logano. No, we just talked about him. Allmendinger. This is bad as Allmendinger's looked on a road course. Like he looks just middle of the pack, which is shocking because normally he looks really, really good. So the fact that Allmendinger doesn't look best, it probably means he's going to be really average. And he was also really, really average at Sonoma. So I don't know if just his road course driving style in this Cup car isn't as good as, say, the Xfinity car. But yeah, average, very average out of Allmendinger. Of course, he could just, you know, kind of horse his car around. I certainly think he could do that. Again, nothing on or against him. I think, if anything, he's probably a little overvalued just because it's a road course and he's typically good on them, but he did not look at that good in practice. Martin Truex Jr., I think he looked kind of second to third best. I think that Denny was kind of the best over super long runs. I think SVG had the ability to, you know, run super fast laps, but not consistent laps. And I think Truex is kind of right there with those two guys. He's going to be good. I think we actually, I got a little Hamlin at 30. Todd helped me out with that, but that was kind of a late post. I would not be playing him at shorter odds. I don't think he should be sub 10 to 1. I like, if you're going to play someone sub 10 to 1, I would go with Truex. I think Truex is the best kind of sub 10 to 1 guy, just because I trust him more. And Truex actually looks better today, or at least in practice relative to the field, than he did at Sonoma. So if he finds even a little bit more, I think he's going to be really, really fast. What's up, Jacob? Let's see here. Ty Gibbs. I mean, he was fine. Nothing. He's fine. Like, I don't know. Ty Gibbs. Tough to put a finger on that guy. Kind of week in and week out. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on Ty Gibbs? When are we going to see a win out of him? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on Ty Gibbs. I don't know. With only a Hamlin bet, no head-to-head on the pod site, I'm assuming. Well, we're going to find out. I mean, if I want to know that they're going to go today before I place my bets, just because I'll take a look at the forecast a little bit tomorrow, see what that's going on. I don't know. Does anybody have an update? Because I don't have my Twitter up here, so probably next week in Atlanta. I don't get it. Let's see. Bowman did not have he didn't unload super fast, but he did run some kind of consistent laps on the kind of the back end of practice. I think he's going to be serviceable. No wake zone on pit road. That's good. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of rain. What are we doing? Why are we even having this conversation? We should be doing this tomorrow. Oh, Bowman. I think Bowman's going to be decent. I think we could see a top 10 run out of him. I know that, like, what is he that group 4? I don't have it in front of me, but someone mentioned like group 4 or group D, where I think that Logano is the heavy favorite, and I think you're getting a decent price on Bowman. I like Bowman in that scenario. I think he looks better than Logano for sure. So if you can make passes and he can work his way up through the field, or at least if practice times are indicative of what we're going to see in the race, I definitely think Bowman could be decent. I'm drinking an Oberon here, Bell's Brewery, good old Kalamazoo, Michigan. All right, let's see. Moving on. Bubba Wallace, eek, not good. Bubba was not good. Weird. Bubba's not good on a road course. Huh. Who'd have thunk? But I'm pretty sure he's priced in like he's not going to be any good. Chris Buescher, actually pretty bad qualifying for Chris Buescher. I do think he'll be fine. He did not have as good a practice as he's had at other road courses. He was a little bit better towards the end, but he unloaded pretty slow. And I don't know if that's because of the setup in his car. He just wasn't that comfortable, but he never got as comfortable. You know, he ran one lap under the 91 second bracket. So, yeah, I think Blaney, Cindric, Chastain on DK. I mean, I like that. I think that's a good bet. Bowman plus 425 against Blaney, Cindric, Chastain. I think that. I think Cindric's going to have a hard time coming from the rear. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have track position on all of them, too, to start. So I'd agree. I like that, Connor. Good call. Let's see. Oh, Chase Briscoe. I mean, I guess he looked good for him because he didn't look like he was going to be last, but I think he's kind of priced into where he's going to finish. Man, this team was pretty bad last week. I think that, you know, a road course maybe takes a little bit of the car out of the picture and maybe puts it back more in the driver's hands, but SHR was slow all week. They're not good. He kind of looks like the best guy at SHR, but that's not saying much. Let's see. I'm not high on SHR at all. Shocker. Ryan Blaney. This is a tough track, I feel like, for a guy like Ryan Blaney. Let's see, where is practice times? Slow. I mean, unloaded kind of slow, but found it kind of towards the end. But, you know, still half a second off of the fastest guys. So your guess is as good as mine on Blaney. I don't expect much out of him. Kyle Busch, he's another guy that didn't have any one lap speed in practice. I can't imagine he's going to find it, but he's also really good at just getting a good finish. He's done it at both road courses this year, getting a second place on both of them. And he's going to have to steal track position. I don't think he's going to be able to drive up through the field. Something's going to have to flip this field for some of these guys that qualified 15th to 18th. They're going to need to get lucky to get up front. Let's see. Sponsored by a boat maker. Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoy. I don't think he's going to be very good. Brad K, I think going to the rear, right? Not that good for old Brad K, at least in practice. It looks, kind of like second or third tier guys. Going to be a long day for that team. I don't think they're going to get their win today. Eric Jones, I mean, not good. Maybe better than Gregson, but not good. He ran well last week, but I don't anticipate that this week. William Byron going to the rear. Why is he taking so much money? What do people see in William Byron today? I don't see much at all. I don't think he's going to be super fast. I don't know. I don't like Byron. I mean, coming from the rear, it's going to be really hard. And average pit stall. I don't know. Not going to be a good day for Byron. I think it's going to be a long one. Gregson, it's a long day every day for him. So nothing new there. Brutal for Gregson kind of again. Eric Almirola really bad as well. Like, you got to try to kind of be this slow. And he was. I'm not high on, like I said, SHR in general. Not good. Not good. We can kind of get through some of these quicker. Todd Gilliland, I think, going to the rear, non-factor. Chase Elliott. Chase going to the rear as well, pretty sure. He wasn't that good. So I don't here we find ourselves in that situation where let's just say Chase it's gonna be hard for him to get in the top 20, in my opinion. Oh, teams told to put on wet tires and make adjustments per Bob. Oh boy. I think if they force it, it could be tough. I don't think they should be forcing this. I'd rather just see a normal race in the sun. You have too many variables. You have a new track. You're going to add water. You're going to have puddles. You're going to have, you have no safer barriers. I don't know. Anyway, I think that Chase is going to be tough. He's going to need something to get lucky. He's going to need something to flip to get kind of up to the front. Otherwise, I just don't see him driving up through the field. He just wasn't good enough in practice. Bilicki, who cares? Ryan Priest, not going to be good. Austin Dillon. I don't have high hopes on Austin Dillon. He got it out. He figured it out a little bit better in practice, but nothing worth writing home to mom about there on Austin Dillon. Andy Lally, not that good. I mean, I know that he's a road course ringer, but you're only as good as your car, and 51's not that fast. Austin Cindric, pretty sure he's going to the rear. Going to be really, really hard for him. I kind of anticipated him to look better, and he just looked bad. Like, didn't even run a lot of laps. That's usually lots of changes. I'm not high on Cindric. Harrison Burton, I mean, no. Ty Dillon, no. Ross Chastain, terrible out of Ross. Just laying an egg after a win. I mean, he was really, really slow early in practice, and he never got much faster. This car has a long day ahead of him. Like I said, I mean, that Project 91 is the fastest track house. It's not even close. Kevin Harvick. I mean, I knew that Kevin Harvick was going to mail it in. Like, why does Kevin Harvick even need to put time in here? Like, this race doesn't matter to him. He's never going to see the track again. I could have predicted. Ooh, Cam, I still like it, to be honest. I mean, you hate to lay that much juice, but I mean, I don't see a world where Kevin Harvick has a great day. You think Kevin Harvick's excited about this today? Nope. Kevin Harvick is not excited about that. I don't know, Cam. I'd probably play it. I mean, I know that I'm gonna, if it loses, oh yeah, this guy picks a -172 favorite, but I don't see a world where Kevin Harvick, I mean, drives into the top 15. And I think we could see, and even if Bowman goes to the rear, I think he can still pass Kevin Harvick. Like, if you put that filter on it, could he pass him if there's a problem? I think the answer is yes. Oof, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Kevin's got one foot out the door, and it's got to be tough to see that whole team struggle. I mean, just his talent level, just in general, is just so high for him to be running so much better than his teammates. He had a chance to potentially win last week. Ricky Stenhouse obviously, ran out of talent in practice and clipped the wall and then hit the other one head on. And that's going to be a long day. Stenhouse is not typically good on road courses. And then Justin Haley, I mean, all those guys kind of, I don't know. This will be an interesting one. This is one of the few races I don't feel comfortable laying a big number in matchups. Yeah, I agree. I just don't. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. If they're going to put on rain tires and we're going to have rain, like, what are we doing? I don't know. I just hope that if they intend to start the race, they better intend to finish it. That's my biggest thing. It's like, don't start the race in hopes of it ending early. Yeah, I know Denny was pushing to postpone until tomorrow. I like that call by Denny. Any other questions about anything? This will be the last. I'll be home next week for the pre-race poll, and then the following week I'll be on the road again. Gosh, this away stretch is tough. Any questions about anything? I'm obviously not betting a ton today. Not betting much at all. Is this Monaco or Chicago? Yeah, I think that a long shot. Yeah, I think Kyle, you're right that there is a little bit of I do think there's a little bit of they're trying to get out of, the city's trying to, I mean, those are roads that they use, so I can't imagine that they're going to be trying to get NASCAR out of town. I do not think I'll be going to Richmond, Connor. Let's see, long shot. I mean, what's Jenson Button? Isn't he like 30 or 30 to 1 or something like that? I think that'd be my long shot. He's fast. He's got speed. Can he do it consistently? I don't know. But man, would it be a great story? Yeah, I don't think we're going to Richmond this year, but maybe we'll go to Talladega or something. 33 to 1, Kyle. I mean, maybe just a nibble, but the other thing, we could have a weird caution, and whoever gets out front, like Kyle Busch, when he was able to stay out and kind of catch a caution, I'm pretty sure, like at Sonoma, other guys able to kind of just keep track position. I don't know. That's just based on speed. I think that I can't believe I'm telling you to bet the 15 car to win, but I don't know, kind of fast. All right, everybody. Well, good luck today. You can still get Button at 95 to 1. Jacob, you need it just must be nice. All right, well, hey, cheers, happy race day. And hopefully we can get a race in today, or at least just a full race. I just want a full race. I don't want NASCAR to embarrass themselves. Those are things I don't want. So taking a poll. If I have a Denny ticket, am I doing anything to hedge? Nah, I'm okay with just a Denny ticket. I think Denny. My pick is Denny, just because I think it's going to be so hard to pass, and I think if he can just think he can keep it out front, if he can keep it out front, he can win. Yeah, no kidding. I just think it'll be tough to pass. Enjoy. Cheers. Peace.